Okay, so I'll be doing some videos this morning, going back over the cumulative review for Unit 4, because I know many of you need to do a retake to recover those grades. So I'll be doing several videos. The first one I'll be doing will be doing problems 1, 2, and 3 on the cumulative review. All of these have to do with congruent chords. So if you look at number 1, AB, and CD, those are both chords, and they're both equal to 35, so they're congruent. The thing about congruent chords is if these two are the same length, then they also have to be the same distance from the center of the circle. So these two distances here are also the same. So we're going to have some equations set up on these. In reverse, you can say the same thing. If two chords are the same distance from the center, so on number 2, these two little line segments are marked congruent, then that means that the chords themselves have to be congruent. And so we'll be able to set these two equal to each other. And by symmetry, we can also say if two chords are congruent, like on number 3, then their arcs have to be congruent because these are equivalent slices off of the circle. So on each of these, we just have an equation. We just have to solve for x, and then in some cases, plug back in. So for number 1, these two little line segments are equal. That's 4x minus 5 equals 2x plus 5. I'm going to go ahead and set up all 3 equations, and if that's good enough for you, you can stop there. If you need help with solving, you can continue to watch. So on number 2, we would say 30 plus 3x equals 2 plus 10x, setting these two chords equal to each other. And on number 3, we would set the two arcs equal to each other. So that's 12x plus 21 equals 129. All right, so if you know how to solve those for x and plug them back in, great, go ahead and stop this recording. Otherwise, I'm going to go back through how to solve these. All right, solving for number 1. Remember, we always want to get x's to one side and numbers to the other. So for number 1, my larger x is on the left, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract my 2x. That keeps my x's positive, so this gives me 2x minus 5 equals, this cancels, equals 5. Then I'm going to add 5 to both sides, so I want to get the numbers to the other side. So 2x now equals 10. And then my last step is almost always going to be to divide by whatever is with my x. So I divide by 2. That gives me x equal to 5. But I go back and I look at my question, and it's not asking me to find x. It's asking me to find FE. So FE is this little line segment here, which is 4x minus 5. So FE is 4x minus 5. I'm going to replace that x now with 5. So 4 times 5 minus 5, that's 20 minus 5, that's 15. So that's my answer. On number 2, again, I want to get the x's together. In this case, my larger x value is on the right. It doesn't really matter. If you subtract the 10x, you'll get a negative 7x over here. That's fine if you're comfortable with negative numbers. But a lot of people prefer to keep those positive. So I'm just going to go ahead and move my x's to the right. So this will cancel. I have 30 equals 2 plus 7x. Subtract my 2, that gives me 28 equals 7x. And then divide by 7, that gives me x equals 4. But again, this problem is not asking me to find x, it's asking me to find AB. So I'm going to plug back in. I know that AB is equal to 30 plus 3x. So that's going to give me 30 plus 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 30 plus 3 times 4 is 42. All right, and for the last one on this video, we have 12x plus 21 equals 129. This one is just telling us to find x. Once we solve, we're done. All right, so first we're going to subtract our 21. That gives me 12x equals 100. And then 29 minus 21 is 8, so 108. I need to divide by 12. That is not one I personally can do in my head, so I have to use a calculator. I know a lot of you probably don't have a calculator at home. Your phone should have a built-in calculator. Also, if you have access to Google, literally just type in 108 slash, so like 108 slash 12 into Google, and it will calculate it for you. So in any case, this comes out to 9. All right, that's my first video. Thank you.